She used to be the girl on fire, but in 2026, Jennifer Lawrence is the one holding the match. And while you're busy watching her on screen, she's behind the scenes owning the rights to Hollywood's biggest bidding wars. And yeah, that includes a brand new $100 million plus partnership with Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, back in 2012, they paid her $500,000 to save District 12. Well, today, Jennifer Lawrence is basically saving the entire independent film industry. So forget the Oscars. We're talking about the bank account of the woman who just became one of the most powerful producers in the game, completely rewriting the rules from the ground up.
So this is the story of Jennifer Lawrence, the mogul. And to really get how she built this empire, you have to understand the journey.
All right, Act 1, the girl on fire. See, before she could change the system, she had to absolutely conquer it. And this isn't just about becoming famous. It's about her incredible, meteoric rise from a nobody to a global superstar. I want you to really think about this. For the first Hunger Games movie, a franchise that would go on to make billions, its star, the face of the whole thing, was paid just $500,000. I mean, what a bargain for the studio, right? But for Lawrence, this was the very first step on a ladder to a kind of wealth and power you and I can barely imagine. And just look at this power climb. It was staggering. From just $3,000 a week for an Oscar-nominated role in Winter's Bone, she jumps to $500,000 for The Hunger Games. Then, boom, a massive leap to $10 million for Catching Fire, up to $20 million for Passengers, and finally landing at a cool $25 million for No Hard Feelings. Her price tag just kept soaring, making her, for a time, the highest-paid actress on the planet. But here's the thing, all that luxury, those huge paychecks, it was all just a mask for what was really happening behind closed doors. And that brings us to Act 2, Hollywood's billion-dollar boys club, and the ugly truth hiding in plain sight.
So even as she became the highest paid actress in the world, there was a darker reality lurking just beneath the surface of those record-breaking paychecks.
And then, in 2014, the Sony Pictures hack happened. It exposed Hollywood's dirtiest secrets, and Jennifer Lawrence found out something infuriating. And listen to her own words on this. When the Sony hack happened and I found out how much less I was being paid than the lucky people with dicks, I didn't get mad at Sony. I got mad at myself. And that moment right there, it wasn't just about being angry. It was the catalyst that changed her entire career. Let's look at the hard data, because we've got the receipts. The Sony hack showed that for American Hustle, her male co-stars, Christian Bale and Bradley Cooper, got paid way more. And then, years later, for that huge Netflix movie Don't Look Up, she got paid $25 million. But her co-star, Leonardo DiCaprio, got $30 million. That's a $5 million gap, even when she had top billing. This wasn't a mistake, it was the system.
So what do you do when you realize the game is rigged? Well, you stop playing their game and you start owning the whole league. Act 3. Forging an empire. This was her brilliant, calculated response to a totally broken system.
In 2018, she founded Excellent Cadaver. And let me tell you, this was not some little vanity project. No, this was the cornerstone of her new empire, a machine designed to take back control. The mission was crystal clear: make stuff that's artistically interesting but also makes a ton of money. She wasn't just an actress anymore, she was a CEO.
And the shift in strategy was immediate. I mean, look at this. It's like night and day. Before 2018, she was the star of these massive studio movies, The Hunger Games, X-Men, Passengers. But after 2018, as a producer, as a CEO, her portfolio completely changed. She produced the critically acclaimed drama Causeway, the R-rated comedy hit No Hard Feelings, and 2 incredibly powerful documentaries. She was now curating her own career, not just taking calls.
And trust me, she is not slowing down. Her upcoming slate is wild. It's got everything from a psychodrama to a murder mystery inspired by The Real Housewives. She's building this diverse, unstoppable content engine. And then, well, then there's the big one, the project that would put her at the same table as true Hollywood royalty. And that project, it's the ultimate culmination of her entire strategy. This brings us to Act 4, the Scorsese power play, and how she leveled up to join the absolute titans of Hollywood. Okay, picture this. March 2026. Cameras start rolling in the Czech Republic. The film is a gothic drama called What Happens at Night. But this is not just another movie role for her. Oh no. This is a business deal of the highest possible order. The estimated value of this partnership is over $100
million. And that's not just a paycheck, that is an equity play. It means she owns a piece of the whole damn thing.
So this deal created a whole new power structure in Hollywood. On one side, you've got the titans, Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio, with their legendary production companies. And right there with them at the same table is the new mogul, Jennifer Lawrence and Excellent Cadaver. The result? A co-production partnership. She's not an employee, she's an owner, and she's securing a huge chunk of the profits that used to go straight to the studios. Now, owning the content is one thing, but a true mogul builds a dynastic empire. That brings us to Act 5, the $160 million brand, and how she's securing assets that make money for her while she sleeps.
As of 2026, her estimated net worth has climbed to a staggering $160 million. And that fortune isn't just collecting dust in a bank account. It's the foundation of a very strategic portfolio.
Take her brand pivot, for example. For more than 10 years, she was the face of Dior, but at the 2026 Golden Globes, she wore Givenchy. Now, that might just seem like a fashion choice, but you have to understand, in this world, that's a calculated business signal. She was telling everyone, I'm a free agent, and my price just went up. And yet, while most of us are checking our bank apps hoping we have enough to cover rent, she's out there acquiring architectural marvels in New York City. The contrast is pretty key to understanding the sheer scale of her wealth. She acquired her main residence, a historic townhouse in Manhattan's West Village, for nearly $22 million. That's not just a home, that is a dynastic asset in one of the most valuable luxury markets on the entire planet. All of which brings us to our final act, Hollywood's new queen. I mean, she's rewritten the rules, she's built an empire, she's secured her assets. So, what in the world is the endgame here? Remember that quote about the pay gap? It doesn't matter how much I do, I'm still not going to get paid as much as that guy because of my vagina. Well, the difference now is that she's no longer just asking the question. By becoming a co-owner, she's made sure she gets paid not just as much as that guy, but probably even more. She has fundamentally broken and rewritten the entire equation. And here it is, maybe the ultimate power move in the 21st century. She doesn't have a public Instagram account. She completely avoids the daily grind of celebrity social media, and yet she is quietly behind the scenes masterminding some of the biggest deals in Hollywood, commanding global attention and building a massive empire totally on her own terms. Which leaves us with one last big question. By walking away from the guaranteed money of those huge studio franchises and betting everything on herself and her own company, is Jennifer Lawrence the smartest producer in Hollywood, or is she risking it all? The answer to that is going to define the next chapter of her entire empire.
Thanks for watching Media GenX. If you liked this story, show some love with a like, subscribe for future updates, and share it around. Until the next headline.